back and live.
Of course,
We're
we
in
come in and I'm just straight up yawning. That's great.
we're in the Q&A section, just hanging out, talking football here after the podcast. Want to just hang out with you guys, see what you guys got going on. What are you thinking for this week's NFL games? Do you think there's any surprises out there? Think there's any crazy games that happen? Our only crazy one I really think is maybe the Broncos over the Bills is the one that we had. And that was me being crazy, thinking that maybe the Broncos beat the Bills. Gary, welcome to the live, dude. We're just talking football right now. We think we've got the script pretty much down for this week. I think it's pretty easy to tell what games are gonna. Do you think there's any of them that are wishy-washy, weird, like different, like aren't who we projected? Like the Eagles, do you think they could somehow lose?
I mean,
that
I could
game?
see the Eagles losing.
I could see, if anybody, the Eagles losing. And
it would surprise me if the Texans beat the Chargers, to be honest with you. Like,
that would be a crazy one.
That would be surprising for me.
Same.
Obviously, it would be surprising if the Steelers beat the Ravens.
My critique of your guys, if anything, was maybe the scores being a little higher than I think they're actually going to be. I think there's going to be just a little bit of like first-round playoff jitters and whatnot.
You think so?
I think a couple of those games you guys said too many points. I think it's going to be less than that, but I could be wrong. We'll see.
Okay. We'll see. Yeah. We'll see. You know what we should start? You know what we should do during Q&A now that fantasy football's over?
Yeah.
We should play a game of NCAA during Q&A.
We could do that.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I'm going to lose, but we can do that.
Yeah, I'll kick your ass. Because I know there isn't much going on for football and things of that nature for us to be really talking about at this point in time.
I mean, there's we got the semifinals for the college football playoff.
Oh, yeah, that is coming up. There isn't a game tonight? Is there?
No, Thursday night.
Thursday night is
Penn State, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Who do you have in that one, dude?
Oh,
What's up,
man.
Raspberry?
I hate Notre Dame, so Penn State.
I honestly think Penn State takes that game. Black, what's up, dude? Welcome into the live. Yeah, I think it's Penn State. I honestly don't see how Aller could get beaten by that team. I don't think that Notre Dame is amazing. Like a lot of people were comping them kind of like Michigan was last year, and I just don't. I think that if anybody is the best team, it's Ohio State because they just crushed Oregon.
I think Ohio State is going to be raising a national title this year, and they're probably going to beat Penn State for it.
Oh yeah, man, this is the driest our chat's been yet. Maybe our name is bad. Chris, what's up, dude? Welcome in the live. We're just talking football. Cole, what's up, dude? Do you want Notre Dame or Penn State? Yeah. How about that? That's crazy.
So,
who's the other matchup?
It's Ohio State and Texas.
I think that's a blowout.
You think it's a blowout?
I think that's a blowout.
I don't know about that.
I do. I think that Parth, what's up, homie? How you doing, man? Parth, who do you think wins out of the college games if that's something that you watch, my dude? Do you think what's up, Red? Do you think it's Penn State or Notre Dame on Thursday night? Who do you guys got? I'm leaning Penn State. He's leaning Penn State.
Yeah.
We're from Pennsylvania, not necessarily the biggest Penn State guys.
Honestly, it's more of because I hate Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Than I am a Penn State fan. I hate Notre Dame. And Notre Dame is the most overrated college football program to ever exist.
They're one of the only schools to not be a part of a division.
A conference. Yeah. They're still independent, and it's just join a conference already.
Mm-hmm.
Show us your real worth.
Red, I seen that there is some news that maybe the Colts will be interested in Justin Fields' competition this offseason, homie. What do you think about that? AR and Justin Fields fighting over the top spot. That would be decent. Parth, remind me, you're a Broncos fan, right, Parth? I think you're a Broncos fan. I'm off the top of my head, that's what I think. All the lower seeds been winning, so I say Notre Dame. Oh, Parth, who are you a fan of? Remind me. Philly. Oh,
Philly.
Boy. Oh, boy. Let me ask you, Parth, are you going to be running in the streets and ripping out signs if they win this game? I just like to pick on Philly fans for that because it's so, like, if the Steelers win, it's so different in Pittsburgh than it is in Philly. It's like, let's riot. Where in Pittsburgh, it's like, hey, I'll buy you a beer. You're my best friend for today. It's just so much different. Bills Products says, let's go Bills. Okay, man. What do you think the score is of that game, Bills? Let us know. Parth, what do you think the score? Actually, yeah, what do you think the score of this Packers and Eagles game is, Parth? We said it was going to be pretty high score.
I think it's going to be close.
It was going to be close, but the end, Saquon Barkley might score a touchdown that makes it look not close.
Yeah. It just kind of takes over the game.
All these guys with playoff teams. Red, I know, man. Well, hey, we get to look forward to the draft, Red. What I want to do with you guys, I did make that Discord that I was talking about in our live viewing party the other day. So I have it open. I want to start doing maybe some some way too early drafts, simulated drafts, and see what people would think that everyone takes.
People are doing mock drafts right now.
Yeah, I'd like to see some mock drafts. We should get some mock drafts.
People are doing mock drafts right now. They were doing mock drafts a month ago.
Oh yeah,
they do mock drafts.
The way too earlys. Yeah.
Like
Par says it's a blowout. You think so, dude? You think it's going to be a blowout? 34-17? Now, I can see it being 34-17, but the majority of the game, the score will be 21-17, and then maybe in the fourth quarter, the Eagles just pile it on. Bills. Oh wow, look at these guys. Kind of the same score. Bills fan says the Bills win. It'll be 31-17. Broncos only won against one playoff team, and we'll start off rocky, but we'll finish. Red says 64-3 Bills because he hates the Broncos.
Yeah.
Well, I love that. I love that, dude. I love that even though his team is out, he's like, the team that took us out, I want them to die.
I mean, and that very well could happen as well, too. Like,
you're not wrong.
Josh Allen could go berserk and have 6 touchdowns.
You're not wrong. Bills, I like your prediction of score. I think that is a real close score. I'll tell you this, in the podcast portion, Bills, I did say that if there was any game with a big surprise what if, it would be if the Broncos were to beat the Bills, and it would purely just be not because the Bills are a worse team than the Broncos or that, anything against the Bills.
Yeah.
It would just be the Broncos show up better than they've ever showed up, and it's like, holy crap, they won this game. And then they'll probably putz out in the next one.
Yeah.
But, they somehow beat the Bills, and that is the big storyline of the AFC for this playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nix plays out of his mind, something like that. Like
Red says Bo Nix. How about Bo Picks? We'll see, dude. Who you guys have at MVP? Bills. I would say right now it is a tough race, but I have to give it to Lamar over Josh Allen by a hair. I have to. He's
thrown for more yards. He's thrown for more touchdowns,
and he has more rushing. I believe more rushing yards as well.
Yards. Josh Allen has more rushing touchdowns.
Okay, and then their QBR is relatively close, I believe, as well. I just think that if, for the sake of what the award is the most valuable player, I think that without him, that Ravens team is just the Titans last year. So that makes him the MVP.
I mean,
he's the most valuable player.
The Bills aren't anything without Josh Allen. So you can make a real argument for both. And you can make an argument for Josh Allen because Josh Allen kind of got snubbed from it last year.
Lamar got it last year?
For Lamar Jackson.
Well,
when
guess
Josh Allen had better numbers last year overall as like a quarterback with yards and passing touchdowns and whatnot.
Okay.
So
I'll tell you.
I don't know. I think they're going to give it to Josh Allen because of what they did last year.
I don't think the award should be given because of pass. I think it should be given for.
But that's what this league does.
I guess. Parr says Eagles have the number one
defense. They gave
defense.
Myles Garrett the Defensive Player of the Year last year. For what?
Yeah, I know. Jair is out.
Like,
that is big news, Parth. He's been out for a couple weeks, and you're right about their defense. What we said, Parth, is if Josh Jacobs gets slowed down by that Eagles front, you guys will be safe. That's basically what we're thinking. Red says Lamar Jackson's stats are too much better, but the Bills only have 2 Pro Bowlers, whereas the Ravens have 9 Pro Bowlers.
See, there we go.
Well, half of those Pro Bowlers are defensive players. Actually, most of them are.
That's still 7 more Pro Bowlers than the Bills.
Yeah, but they're defensive ones. They don't play on the same side of the field. Parth says they have to look for Smitty and Barkley in this game. You think so? That you think that I could see the Packers focus in on trying to shut down A.J. Brown and trying to force it through run game and guys like their tight end and Smitty to catch the ball. I could see that being something that they do for sure.
Yeah.
I could see that actually being a really big a factor in this game. Bills fan says, I understand where you guys are coming from, but also, well, he said the same thing up here. So everyone is trying to go off the Pro Bowler count. I guess I could go with that. I mean, one guy does have Derrick Henry, but relative
to Derrick Henry,
I was gonna say
Josh Allen is James Cook.
Yeah, Cook, who has more touchdowns this year.
Yeah,
he leads the league in touchdowns for rushers. Pretty sure James Cook. Yeah, I think he's got it.
I think he does have it.
Yeah, I think he has it in the bag. Bills, thank you for the follow, man. I'm glad you're part of the family now. Crawd Daddy, what's up, homie? Glad you jumped in the chat, dude. Red says Packers start destroying the Eagles, but Hurts gets injured and Pickett comes out. Oh, my God, Red.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God, Red. I can't believe you even made me almost read that out loud. You know I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I don't want to speak that tiny hands man's name. Kenny Pickett's not going out there and putting up 28 points in 2 minutes. And if he does, I'll shave my head. And I will ship you my hair, Red. It's not a lot of hair.
Well, you won't have to worry about doing any of that because it's not going to happen. So,
yeah, guys, let us know. What do you think about the Commanders and Buccaneers game? We think that that'll probably be the closest one. Parr said, Henry does have one more touchdown than Cook now? Okay. Parr, appreciate you looking that up, dude. Red says it wasn't Pickett's fault. No, what? No, dude. Matt Canada was his college offensive coordinator. That's why we brought him here. Kenny Pickett was with Matt Canada in college.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was.
Okay, he got recruited, but the 1 year that he was the coordinator here was Nate Peterman was the quarterback.
Nate Peterman was the quarterback, but Kenny Pickett was still here.
He was still here, but Nate Peterman was the starting quarterback.
But that's the reason why they were okay with them bringing them both up because it was underneath that offense.
I mean, he didn't play for him. Technically,
he didn't touch it. Well, actually, I'll check.
He didn't see the field.
We'll see. We'll see about that.
Nate Peterman had a really good year that year.
Yeah, and then he threw 5 interceptions for the Bills in the first half.
Yeah, he wasn't a very good pro.
No, he's still a pro.
That's wild.
Are you guys happy? I'll tell you this, Bills. I am not happy that we're playing the Ravens over the Texans. Am I as worried? I not necessarily. I'll put it like this. The Steelers usually play well against the Ravens, so I'm okay with it being the Ravens. I think if we would have played the Texans, we would have won. That's my thought. I don't think the Steelers will beat the Ravens. I think that we would have beat the Texans without issue. Honestly, that's where I'm at on that.
Would we have, though?
Yes. I think our defense would have given C.J. Stroud and all he has a lot of trouble. Also, Joe Mixon against the Steelers. Nah. Joe Mixon ain't doing nothing against the Steelers. Not happening.
No.
That's just for me.
I don't know. I just think, their best chance of winning a playoff game was to get the 5th seed and play the Texans.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe they shock us and they pull off this ridiculous run.
Okay. Philly versus Lions championship game is Parr's call.
Okay.
All right. And you think that Philly has the lead in that game, and the reason why is because of that defense. Well, we'll see. We'll see, Parth. We're going to see here coming up in the divisional round how much of that defense is the Lions getting back. We were talked about in the podcast portion here that they are already looking at getting David Montgomery back on the offensive side.
Well, getting Anzalone back is huge.
He played 96% of the snaps and was a huge part of that game.
So that's huge because he's the anchor of that defense.
He also will now be wearing the dot, I believe.
Because that's what he was before. He was the anchor. He's the green dot guy.
Red says, Chargers are all celebrating crazy. 4 losses in a row for the Steelers. They need a change this week. Yeah, dude. Bills want us to win. I could understand, man. You want us to knock the Ravens out, then you get an easier path. I feel you, dude. I feel you. I hope we do. But I'm telling you, as a guy who's been a Steelers fan for more than 30 years, I don't think we have a chance. I just don't think we do. Flock, welcome into the live, dude. Red says, I feel every year when the Steelers start very hot and clinch, they choke. You are right. You don't even have to feel that way because it's reality. They went 11-0 one season and then lost to the Cleveland Browns in the playoffs. So, that's when the Steelers fans really started coming back down to reality. and stop feeling so high and mighty about our team. So we know. We don't think it's going to be a good one.
I knew it I knew it that year. I just
we're falling apart.
Yeah.
We need major differences. Yeah, we do have 6 Super Bowls, Bills fan. We do live off of that though, and you can only tell people, "Hey, we have 6 Super Bowls and you have 5 for so long," until you're like, "Yeah, but we haven't won one in a while."
until you have 6. Doesn't someone else has 6?
Yeah,
now?
Patriots.
Patriots have 6 now as well.
Parth,
So
are you close to Dallas? Because that would be extra hard for you, being a Philly fan and living in Texas, dude. I think that would be you might get some mean words said to you once in a while. I don't know. I just don't think the Steelers have a chance in this one. You're 2 hours away from Dallas. Okay. I guess that's relatively close because Dallas is freaking huge. So being 2 hours from somewhere is probably close.
And I think anyone really near the Dallas area they're all Cowboys fans.
Yeah.
Majority of them. Not everybody, but
yeah, Red, you finally got rid of Gus Bradley. I do love that for you. It looks like they're keeping Steichen. I wanted to ask you guys, if you didn't hear it during the podcast, who do you think that the Raiders take as their head coach? What is your hot take, Raiders head coach? We think the Patriots go with Mike Vrabel. I'm pretty sure that's a set in stone. Person, no, they can't say anything because they got blown out in both games. Who, the Steelers? Probably. Saleh, okay. Red says Saleh. I think Saleh goes to the Jaguars, personally. Parth says Deion Sanders. That's who I thought, Parth. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And then Bill says maybe Joe Brady. Hopefully not, though. Joe Brady is one of the coordinators for the Bills up there.
Okay.
Yeah, I could see that, Bills. That was a good call out, dude. You guys do have some good coaches up there. I don't know. Let me ask you this. I said that if the Broncos beat the Bills, that Sean McDermott will get fired. Bills, do you think that way? Do you think that's a possibility, or is that just a crazy hot take? Let me know. Red says hire Urban Meyer. Oh, yeah, dude. Put a nightclub right in there, too, so that he can have all the younger women to prey on. Dude, that guy is a loser. Urban Meyer, you're a loser. I hope you never get a job in football again. To be honest, that's just one of those people that doesn't deserve one. You know who does deserve one, in my opinion? I think he deserves a second chance.
Who's that?
The man who's got me feeling nicey, Mr. Gruden. I'd like to see him go back to the Raiders of the Saints.
Yeah, I've seen that he's been drawing interest.
Yeah, what do you guys think about that? Gig. Gruden going back to the Raiders. That would be an interesting one.
I don't think the Raiders would.
Rex Ryan to the Jets. Yeah, Red. We think Rex Ryan is probably going to be the head coach of the Jets as well. I'm pretty.
But why are they doing Rex Ryan again? Like, they know how this went the first time.
They got the best results out of him from anyone. You know what I mean?
I guess.
Red said top one stupidest hire ever. Well, Ben agrees with you,
agree.
Red.
I think that
100%. Bill says.
I also think it would be dumb for the Raiders to hire Gordon.
Wait, what?
Or John Gruden. Sorry.
Who? What's team?
Gruden, the Raiders.
Raiders for Gruden? You think that'd be stupid?
I think that would be stupid as well, too.
Who do you think that he would go back to and it'd be a good look?
I don't think he's going to get back in that coaching. As much as he wants to get into it, I don't think it's going to be at the NFL level.
He's a Super Bowl winning head coach.
I understand this, but
yeah, he did make some mistakes. I'll give you that. Bill says he thinks if they do lose, they would get rid of McDermott, but they would promote from within and go with Joe Bradley. Or Brady. Or is it Brady or Bradley? It's Brady. Yeah, I think that would be a good idea too. Promoting from within seems to be something that usually works out within the NFL, at least for a while, unless you're the Saints with Dennis Allen. Parr says, you think the Titans draft Shedeur or stick with Levis? I don't think they stick with Levis, but I also don't think they draft Shedeur number 1 overall. I actually think the Titans will trade that number 1 pick for some stuff. I think the Titans will keep Will Levis on roster, and I think that Mason Rudolph will end up going to yet another team and potentially starting at some point in time in the season for that team.
No, Mason Rudolph has showed that he's not a starter in the NFL.
I don't think he's set starter. I'm saying that if it's, say, Mason, actually, this is the team I think he goes to. I think Mason Rudolph ends up with Red in Colts land and then ends up playing a couple games for Anthony Richardson next season. That's where I feel that I could see that clean as day happening.
I wouldn't sign him.
There's not a lot of good quarterbacks.
I know,
out there.
but I still wouldn't sign him.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see what ends up happening with Mason Rudolph. Gruden is Barstool for the rest of his life. You think, Red, if he got offered a deal to be a head coach, multi-millions of dollars, that he would stay with Barstool? Because I know he does like it, but I don't know. I think that for him, I would take it. I would take it. I would take a team. Red says, "Don't say that. He doesn't want him."
Red, I don't think they're going to sign him. Don't worry about
Bills, I think Titans can be scary next season if they get Shadur or Cam and get a true number 1 wide receiver. I could see the Bills the Titans getting better, Bills. But not like they don't have a true destination. Like they don't have a true path. They have nothing to build behind. I mean, they have somewhat of an offensive line, but not a good one. The running back game is Pollard and Tajay Spears. I don't love that. It's not terrible. I don't love it. Wide receiver, nobody's good. Nobody. I mean, Tyler Boyd fell off the planet. They've got Okonkwo. Yeah, I got it out there. Yeah, Okonkwo. Yeah, he's probably their best receiver, dude. Westbrook Akine.
Yeah. Calvin Ridley is. Ever since that year he took off.
Yeah, he's saying Ridley too, but he's so wishy-washy, Calvin Ridley. He's good one week, and the next week he literally can't beat the press cornerback at all. Yeah, and you're like, okay, or like you're the number 1 wide receiver,
or is he just playing with horrific quarterback play?
I think it's a mixture of both.
Which I think it's a good mixture of both. The quarterbacks who have been throwing in the ball over the last couple of years. Well, no, because last year he had Trevor Lawrence throwing in the ball, but I also think Trevor Lawrence is super overrated.
He was wishy-washy there.
Yeah.
He was. Yeah, playing as number 0. He was agent 0.
Yeah.
I will say their defense is not bad. You are right. That's what I was about to get into next there, Bills. Their defense isn't bad. They do have some key players like Jeffrey Simmons, and they do have the kid that they traded for from the Chiefs who got injured, that cornerback. He's really good.
Ladarius Sneed.
Yeah, Ladarius Sneed. So they do have those 2 players, but like I said, they need to find what is the Titans. Are we a pass offense? Are we a run offense? Are we a zone defense? Are we a blitzing zone defense? Are we primarily winning because of our defense? Are we building off of a strong defense and an offense that can score enough points? They have to have some identity. And at this exact point, they don't have any whatsoever. So I could see the Titans being good next year, but it would require a full makeup rebuild. I don't know if it's rebuild of the actual players because they're going to get draft picks and whatnot, but they need an identity. When you look at the Titans, you don't look at anything and say, this is what the Titans... The only thing you can say about the Titans is they're good against the run. That's it. They're good against the run. That's it. That's the only thing. You can't point out anything offense, defense. Yeah, you said Steed in there. Yeah, he is really good, Bills. Parr says, what do the Giants do? Take Milroe or Hunter? Oh, I don't think... So we were looking at that earlier.
I think Giants are going to go quarterback.
I think Giants are going to go Sanders. I think that... So this is what happens. I think that for the first pick, the Titans, if they don't trade out, they'll end up taking Cam Ward. Okay? And then that ends up, do the Browns take a quarterback? I don't think so.
No, because they're going to start Deshaun Watson next year.
He had a setback.
They're still planning on starting him.
No. Listen to me. He had a setback. They announced it last night. He had a setback in his Achilles tendon injury, and his next season is potentially completely in jeopardy. So
he's done.
Deshaun Watson might not even play next season.
He's done.
So do they need a quarterback? Yes and no. I mean, at this exact moment, it's hard to pinpoint.
Just get him off the roster, but I mean, they still have to pay him.
So much money. So much
money.
They
still have to pay him whether they keep him on the roster or not.
Well, I guess,
which
chat,
is wild.
Let me ask you guys this: they don't have Winston for next year, Red. He's not under contract. The first 3 picks are the Titans, the Browns, and the Giants. In chat, let us know who you think the first 3 draft picks are if those teams keep their picks. Who are they and which 3 guys go where? I'll go first. I think that Shadur will complain about the Titans and not want to go there. So I think that's why Cam Ward ends up at the Titans. Okay. I think the Browns do something Brownie and draft someone dumb. like an offensive lineman or, maybe a good wide receiver or something like that, but they don't address the problem, right? A Browns thing to do. Then number 3, I think Shedeur goes to the Giants. I think that
You think so?
I think that because he wants to go big time, and he's either going to be a Raider or a Giant. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. Those are the two teams.
I've seen Travis Hunter mocked to the Giants.
I've seen him mocked to New England.
I've also seen him mocked to New England as well.
So I don't know. Parr says, okay, Titans, I say Sanders, Browns, Cam Ward, and then NY takes Milrose. So you think it's quarterback off the board. Okay.
Maybe.
Red says Ward, Aller. I think Aller's staying, ain't he?
Aller's staying. He's going back to Penn State for his senior year.
So Ward and Sanders, Red. So let me know who the other person would be there. Let's just kind of go down through the draft picks here, just taking a look at some of the teams. Obviously, the New England Patriots knocked themselves back 4. We were talking in the podcast that they have 2 quarterbacks and they might be able to trade one of them. What do you guys think in chat? Ben was kind of talking about this specifically of trading one of those 2 quarterbacks, maybe it being Drake May, which is what we were saying. What if?
I think it's still way too early.
It's way too early. I can say that. But what if they trade Drake May to the Titans and go with their number 2 guy, and then they have the number 1 pick, and they can go get Travis Hunter at 1?
I mean, I don't think the Patriots really know what they have in Joe and Melton though to just trade away Drake May.
We'll see.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, you're right.
So,
they haven't had enough tape on him. I have no clue who Philly takes, to be honest. Parth, yeah, well, it's probably somebody from Georgia. Let's be honest. If it's the Philadelphia Eagles, they're probably taking a Georgia player in the first round. That's what they do. Browns take Arizona State punter. You're wild, Red, but that wouldn't be too crazy, right? No, I can see that Arizona wide receiver, though, going to the Browns. There's I can't pronounce his name because it is nuts. But there's a receiver.
The receiver from Arizona University.
Very good, yes.
Yeah, his last name is McMillan.
Yeah, but his first name is
like,
something crazy. Something I can't pronounce.
T something. It's like, I'm not gonna try.
Don't even try to butcher it. But yeah, I could see the Browns taking him at 2. Bill says Cam Ward to the Titans. The Browns take Shedeur. The Giants take Hunter, and they sign Fields, you think? Zesty take. I'm going to tell you guys, in my personal opinion, I do not think Justin Fields plays for any other team than the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think the Steelers lock him up this offseason.
You think?
Yeah, I think he likes to be here, and I think that the Steelers plan to have him be here.
I think the Steelers are going to sign Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, yeah. How do you Teterioa? See, that's why. Yeah.
I can't. Yeah.
But yeah, he's really good. He's a big boy.
Yeah,
he's good. I like him a lot, so I could see them taking him.
Red actually
Colts signing to the Fields. What's that?
I would say Red actually just reminded me. Did you guys? I know we don't really talk about baseball much, but did you see how much they're paying Juan Soto?
No,
for the Mets. I know Juan Soto's moving.
It's something nuts. It's like $750 million, 15 years for Juan Soto. I watched like a 40-minute freaking video about it. I don't even watch baseball. I don't even like baseball.
He's a DH.
That's weird.
All he does is hit.
It's absolutely nuts. And then when you think like all the money Ohtani brings in outside of baseball for the team, so like crazy that they did that.
That is crazy.
I hate baseball.
Bills fan. He's a great player. Yes, Fields is. I agree. You don't like Russ? No, we don't like Russ. Do I? Okay,
we did a month ago.
Do I like Russ? I respect Russ. I think that Russ is getting too old, and it's showing game over game that he is running out of juice quickly,
especially for his play style.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he likes to improvise, but he can't improvise anymore.
Braden, Super Bowl prediction. I'm going to stay with what I was feeling for the whole entire season. I think it's going to be the Lions and the Chiefs. Or if it's not the Chiefs, it's the Lions and the Bills. I think that's going to be the Super Bowl. Yeah, Wilson is a deep ball merchant. But here's the thing. If he doesn't get the deep ball to any of our shitty wide receivers, it doesn't matter. George Pickens is gone really, bum to me. How many years does he have on his contract? For Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, just this year. Steelers have no quarterbacks under contract after this season.
So. But
Braden
what
says,
was I going to say?
Braden, I'm with you. I think that the Broncos have a chance to upset the Bills as well. I think that is the biggest what if of the week that could possibly happen.
Yeah.
I know that we have a Bills fan in here who's like, dude, shut up, don't say that. But I really think that there's a realistic chance of that happening. It's just they come out and surprise them. Kyle, welcome into the live, dude. Parr says, I want Philly to take James Pierce Jr. He would be great in the defensive scheme. Okay, I would like that as well. I think that you guys really need to focus in on for future is tight end. So I could see them trying to sneak in and take that Warren kid from Penn State. I could see that. I don't think that Dallas Goedert is a future in Philly. He gets injured too much. So that's why I feel that way about him.
He's also 29.
Yeah, he's also, well, for tight ends, usually age isn't the biggest
age
factor.
Yeah, they age more like a fine wine.
Right. But I just, you have Calcutta, but that guy's junk, Parth. I'm not going to lie. Calcaterra, I just don't think Calcaterra is very good. Like, he's not the future of that position for you guys. You know what I'm saying? Braden,
their backup tight end.
Yeah, their backup tight end. Braden, we have been asking the same question to everyone here in chat. Can Braden let us know who the first 3 picks are for you? Titans number 1, number 2 is the Browns, and number 3 is the Giants. Braden, I will tell you personally, I think the Titans trade that pick. I don't think the Titans are going to be drafting at 1. I think they trade that pick away and get a lot for it. So that's personally what I feel happens. If they were to draft somebody, though, I think it would be Cam Ward, dude. I think they would take Cam Ward. Did you ever tell me who you think that the Titans would take number 1? Who do you think that they would take number 1? Do you think they would risk Shedeur and him getting upset?
I think they would go with Cam Ward.
You think that?
I think they would go.
I think they would go Cam Ward too. The other quarterback out there who we haven't really talked about is the kid from Oregon. He's also out.
Oh yeah, Daniel Gabriel.
Yeah, Gabriel, wherever. Dylan Gabriel. But I don't know about him being a top pick. Braden says.
Yeah, I didn't see much about him on people's big boards.
Braden, I didn't know that was one of the reasons why. I know they did fire him today. Did they come out and say that one of the reasons why they let him go is because he wanted to trade down? So the Titans want to keep that pick. I'll believe you. I'll go and look that up here after the podcast today. I could understand that'd be why they get rid of him. It was his first or second season as the GM. He came over from the 49ers. So he was like one of their NFL personnel assistants or something.
Yeah.
They came over as GM. But we'll see, Braden. So who do you think they'll take since we believe they're going to stay in that spot? Do you think it's Shedeur? Do you think it's Cam Ward? Do you think they go skill player? What do you think, Braden? Bills says maybe Titans trade for McCarthy and then JJ McCarthy. I could see him on the move this offseason, to be completely honest.
I mean, that's what's kind of going around.
They brought up Daniel Jones to the active roster.
Yeah, they brought up Daniel
today.
Jones. And Sam Darnold, I think this is fool's gold with Sam Darnold.
Me too. What you've seen against the Detroit Lions for sure.
Yeah, I think this year's been a fluke for Sam Darnold.
Hey,
I think he's just getting lucky.
Hey, get your money, bud. Get your money.
Yeah,
get your money. I'm not mad at you.
Go fool the NFL just like Kirk Cousins did.
Yeah. Kirk Cousins, do you think he's back next year, chat? I don't think the following people are back next year. Kirk Cousins, Aaron Rodgers. Don't think they play next season. Joe Flacco is the only old quarterback who remains in the NFL. And then when we all say it's the end of a generation, Joe Flacco pops up and goes, bro, I still play in the league, dog. I'm on the Chargers or something.
I think Joe Flacco won't have a job next year.
Braden says Tennessee loves Cam Ward. Okay. So him or Travis Hunter, and Travis Hunter to the Browns, and then Shedeur to the Giants. I think the Browns trade or sign a QB. Okay. I kind of would love it for the Browns if they just went with Winston, to be honest and realistic.
But they won't.
They won't.
They won't.
If they were going to go after a quarterback, it'll be somebody who sucks. So who is that quarterback that sucks that they will go after? Is it Mitch Trubisky? Is it
No.
I'm trying to think of his Gardner Minshew? That could be an option. Gardner Minshew, that's a realistic name.
Maybe.
That's a realistic
name.
Geno Smith is another name who could be.
Geno Smith is another one because the Seahawks want to move on from Geno Smith.
Braden says Kirk Cousins. He thinks it's going to be Kirk
Cousins.
Yeah, that's possible.
I can see that too.
Red says Colts legend Minshew. Yes, that Gardner. I like Gardner Minshew. I'm not going to lie. I don't think that he's a terrible quarterback.
I don't think he's a terrible quarterback.
I just think that he always gets put into crap situations and then tries to shine as much as he can. Bill says, I don't think 14 wins is lucky, and he hasn't been the best, but not the worst. I vibe with that, but I will say that what I seen against his number one competition, and that is the Detroit Lions here in the last week, was pretty pathetic. No, I'm not taking completely away from
14 wins for the Vikings this year is very lucky. I don't think no one saw this coming. Absolutely no. If
maybe the Vikings,
unless you live in Minnesota, who was picking the Vikings to go 14-3?
Anybody know who their quarterback was to start the season? I will give that. We all thought it was going to be J.J. McCarthy.
This season is a very lucky season for the Vikings, and I think they'll be lucky to win in Wild Card weekend.
Braden, we talked about that a little bit during the podcast. So far we're starting to see them slowly come back. We got Anzalone back already in the middle of the field. Offensively, they're talking about bringing back David Montgomery for their next playoff game. I think that what you're going to see out of the Lions is some sort of magic juju that all these players that they've been missing and been playing without are going to slowly eke their way back into the lineup. And if they do make it to the Super Bowl, they're going to have a full portfolio of players to play. And then they'll have these ones who've been filling in who can now come in and give their star player a rest on a play and still be very good. And I think that's going to be a challenge for other teams if they make it that far and the guys get on the mend as fast as we want them to be. I took the Commanders, Braden. He took the Bucs.
I'm taking Bucs in that one.
Braden, I said the Commanders take the W. They take it in the final minute of the game. That's what I think. Bill says Amari Cooper might not play there, saying he has family problems. Oh,
shit.
Well, Amari Cooper hasn't been the biggest, plug-and-play guy for the Bills.
And maybe that's why he's kind of been struggling since he's got that.
Possibly, if he's been having family problems. Yeah, for sure. Rex Hillman, what's up, dog? Glad you're in the live, dude. Amari, I'm not going to lie, Bills, is on my list of guys I would never draft in fantasy football again.
He's older than I think you think as well.
He's older. He's 31.
He's been in the league for a while.
Yeah, he played for the Raiders, was good on the Raiders, was good in Alabama. I mean,
in Dallas, he was good on Dallas.
He was good on Dallas. He got traded for a 5th-round pick.
I understand because he was also
CeeDee Lamb on the other side.
Yeah, CeeDee Lamb on the other side, and he was 29 years old at the time.
Yeah, I think he was worth more when he got traded, but still at the same time, I think the Amari Cooper years are over. To be completely honest, what's your early fantasy mock draft? Ooh,
man, we haven't gotten that far yet.
I'll tell you this.
I really haven't.
I know who the number 1 draft picks are going to be. Jamar Chase will go 1-1. 1-2 will be Saquon Barkley. And 1-3 is going to be Justin Jefferson.
I think Gibbs is going to be going top 5.
Yeah, Gibbs can be in top 5 too. That'll really depend on. He'll definitely surge the whole way up if David Montgomery is back. They don't make any changes to what their makeup is, and I don't think they will.
Yeah,
but he would soar up if that was changed. Mingo is worth more than Cooper according to Jerry Jones. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Red.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. He's like Jerry Jones was a wild man. Like. Even with what you were talking about earlier, we were talking about guys. The Bears are trying to get McCarthy off of the Cowboys, the head coach, and he was saying that he might go for it, and it would be purely because, dude, just get away out of Jerry World.
Just to get out of Jerry World.
Rex, I just seen you set those 550 legs. I appreciate you, brother. Hey, I always appreciate when you send those along, man. That helps us out worlds. Like I know that it seems silly that tapping on your screen while watching us is. Weird, but like, dude, it helps us out way more than you guys think. I really appreciate it for any of you who do that for us. I love it. I don't like how TikTok Live has a word limit. Oh, well, Parth, go over to our freaking Red app, the Red app. I won't say the name of it. It begins with Y. We're live there too. You're more than welcome to chat there. Plus, if anything ever happens to this app,
we can't say it.
The algorithm picks it up.
Really?
Oh, yeah. If you tell them to go to this, that, and the third, yeah, definitely. Anytime I watch live, they say, go to the pink app, go to the blue app.
So, go to the red app.
Go to the red app. Follow us on the red app. We will always be there.
I don't understand how algorithms really work.
It's just for, TikTok.
I just sit in front of a screen, in front of the camera.
I sit here
That's
and
all.
talk football.
The robots are getting good, dog.
The robots are getting good.
It does the subtitles for me now, and like it misses like one word, and it's saying people's names and stuff, and it's nailing the names. Like it's scary. I don't like it at all, but hey, I'm gonna use it.
So guys, for precautionary reasons, always remember, go over to the red app. Follow us on the red app. Same exact live is over there. It is live for you guys to chat with us there in case anything happens to what we're talking to you in this chat on. You got first in 4 out of 5 leagues. Rex, let's go. W's in chat for
Very
Rex.
nice, Rex.
Nice,
Very
Rex. Rex, I ended up your other league, you got 6. Okay, well, ain't terrible. It's the middle of the pack. I ended up making 3 championships. I made playoffs in all 5. I only won 1. So I ended up making roughly around $700. So let's go. I like that. Rex, glad to hear that you won. The guy that I beat to get my victory is right here. I beat this guy. So he's not as happy about my victory as
No, because
others
I got to
may.
hear it for a whole another year.
Yeah, you do. 2-time champion, baby. Got the dubs. Best division of football.
Cartoon punch. Knock him out.
Guys, let us know. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about in regards to fantasy football, or not really fantasy football, but football playoffs, draft, anything like that? I do want to let you guys know and remind you, if you're new into the live, Saturday we're going to be live for all of the football. We will have the TV loud enough that if you can't get the game on your TV, you'll be able to listen along. We'll have everything set up so that you guys can watch along and listen along with us. Rex says, score predictions for the Steelers-Ravens game. I think 31-17, Ravens take the victory. Unfortunately for us, Rex, I know that we want the Steelers to win, but, dude, it's not looking very hot. Does Kansas 3-peat? I don't want
I sure
Kansas
as hell
to.
hope not.
I don't want Kansas
I
to.
don't want that to happen at all.
Red, that's going to be another thing that we do coming up as well. If you guys like March Madness basketball, I love it. So I will be live. If you want, I don't know if you like March Madness or not.
I'm down to do a bracket this year.
I'm going to be doing live watch parties with the Wombo Combo Show through the March Madness tournament. I will also be with Ben. We're going to be covering the live draft, too, and all of the NFL playoffs. We got a lot of stuff that we're going to be covering. Brady, my favorite college basketball team, I have 2. One is because of where I live. I'm a fan of the Pitt Panthers. And then as a kid, I grew fond of the Gonzaga Bulldogs when I was very little, and they were nobodies. And they were like, look
Back
at this
when
team.
they were like one of the first Cinderella teams.
Yeah, they were a Cinderella team, and I've been
And
a
now
fan
they're a
of Gonzaga
powerhouse.
since. And they're a powerhouse now. So I don't root for them as hard as others.
Question
Who
in
did you say?
YouTube Chat.
Question in YouTube
yeah,
chat for sure.
He has a 4-pick for you if you got it up.
Okay, yeah, hit me, Patel. He says, I have a 4-pick, so assuming Chase, Barkley, and JJ go for 1, 2, and 3, I would probably take Henry and Gibbs because I'm doing snake draft. Ooh. You have pick 4. Patel, so what I would do, homie, I would probably go with what he was saying. I would go Gibbs.
I would go Gibbs
I
as
wouldn't
well.
go Henry because of his age. I would go Gibbs. Ryan G says, if Chargers meet Chiefs after Texans, hold on to your butts. All right, Ryan. I could see that maybe the Chiefs get handled by the Chargers because, I mean, that will be a good matchup. And if there is any team other than maybe the Broncos, of course.
I mean, yeah, if the Broncos get past the Bills, I think they got it. I think anyone can beat this Chiefs team. It's just will they and will the refs?
Yeah, I think that the fact that the Chiefs are going to see their rivals in the playoffs has kind of changed the chemistry of what I believe is going to happen to the Chiefs this season. If they have to play any of them, it's going to be a problem. Red says, you need to start a Madden franchise. Oh, Red, I will definitely start a Madden community franchise, 100%. I will definitely do that. I would prefer to wait till the new one comes out, but, I mean, we can definitely do it on the current Madden. I'll go grab it and I'll kick your butt,
I
Red.
did add the Discord and the Twitch to our
Okay.
social roller thing there. I don't know if we have to okay people for the Discord. We kind of have to figure that out, to be honest. None of us really know how Discord works
Yeah.
more than just calling each other. But
Yeah, I got you. Guys,
Yeah,
I
don't know.
check it out. I did create a Wombo Combo fan club for a Discord. I mean, that's just the name I gave it. It's just for us to all hang out together, share bets, talk over different things. Be able to share, if you guys want to send like a picture of your bet over, it's easier to do it through Discord. Check that out. It's scrolling
awesome.
through the roller. Braden says he just followed on Twitch. Welcome to the Twitch family. Oh, Purple app family.
also
they'll
very
probably
easy to
they'll probably
stream.
catch us for it.
Also very easy to stream each other's gameplay and your screens and stuff in Discord. So obviously, if we can
Yeah.
all get in chat together, we can share screens and share all that stuff together. And that's mainly what the Twitch is going to be, is for just our gaming content. Just because it's too difficult for us to multi-stream right now onto like 3 platforms. So we're going to probably just do our mainly gaming content on our Twitch channel.
Yeah, and you'll see that Red. That's probably where we'll set up the Madden franchise community, and we'll end up having all of those live. You know what I mean? So every different user who's in, we'll have those games all streamed on that channel. So you'll be able to watch every single game throughout. That'll be something that's really cool that we'll get set up. So be ready for that too. We'll probably run that all summer long, so that there's something football related for us to do when there is no football, right?
You're going to be playing majority of the games because I suck at Madden. So.
Yeah. Red says he got soap in his eyes. Nah, bro, you just crying. I know. No, you were playing. Paulette says Steelers win by 3. Yeah, we wish. Boswell's leg better win us the game. Rex says next year.
I think that's the only thing that can win us the game.
And so we also got another.
It will be the
YouTube
only
as
thing.
well.
Rex, I will 100% be setting up a fantasy football league. Be ready for that and ready for that announcement. I will get you guys all into that. Make sure of it. We're probably going to do 14 to 16, man. Make it real difficult for everybody.
So.
Patel says, who should I take?
Oh, this is that 4-man
Yes,
league.
for the 4-man.
Oh, take Gibbs? Oh, man. And then...
Is it Gibbs and then you immediately, Patel, get the 5th pick as well?
I would then take Henry and Gibbs back to back.
I could see that. Henry and Gibbs. I mean... Oh, there's so many possibilities with that. You know what I mean?
I mean, and you can still get.
I'm trying to think who else you would take in the top respected pick of 5th, like the number.
Yeah. It's not Tyreek Hill anymore.
No, I would consider maybe. I don't know. You're gonna laugh at me, but Jonathan Taylor up there. To be completely honest, you know who's gonna move up a lot in the draft? BTJ. BTJ is going to skyrocket in the draft. Puka's who I would take. That's the answer. I would take Puka. I would go Gibbs, and then I would go Puka Patel. For 4 and 5, I would lock up a great wide receiver and a great running back. Puka Nacua. That would be my answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I had to think about it for a while.
I mean, I also would be perfectly fine with Gibbs and Henry, though.
Yeah, or Gibbs and Henry. Don't get me wrong. He's getting older, so I don't know what next year will look like.
You don't think Stafford falls off at all? So when you're saying Puka, you don't. I mean, he's getting there, man. He should have been there already. In fact.
Yeah.
Even if Stafford's gone, the next guy will be able to throw the ball to Puka Nacua.
Okay.
The man's a statue. You know what I mean? He's a tight end playing wide receiver. I feel at least. Kind of in relation to maybe how Devontae Adams was on the Raiders. He was still getting points just on crap team.
Yeah. Red said. Well, JT,
Ooh,
1-1.
Patel,
that's a joke.
From our TikTok viewers, Red suggests you go Gibbs and Bowers. That wouldn't be bad. Rex, thank you for following over on the Purple app. Appreciate you. Be ready for that. Rex, and in case you missed it, we 100% will be setting up a fantasy league that is just for you guys here, our fans of the Wombo Combo Show, for us to all do together. We'll have a live draft date. We'll have the draft live on here. I might even do it in the sense that I'm the commissioner and take your picks, and you have to type them into me, and I manually do it. That would be fun to have the 16 people in here who are drafting actually have to call out their draft pick. Maybe we'll do that. We'll talk about that later.
I think Discord will facilitate a lot of that potentially because we can
Discord,
Discord. I think that would work better on Discord.
Even if I could probably still record it quite easily.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely. Red, we're not taking 1-1 JT. Get out of here with that BS. He's like, I'm going to type it until they say it. Patel, I hope you heard our answer for that. We had a couple of our viewers give you a couple different options. He says it'd be okay to take Henry at that 5th spot. I kind of like Puka Nacua. And then they also mentioned Bowers, which wouldn't be the terriblest of terriblest pick, too, if he performs the way he did this year. Is there anything else, Ben, that you wanted to touch base on here? Oh, Parth, that's you on the... Okay, Parth. I get you.
Yeah.
All right. Now I understand. Brain is working.
He's trying to jumpstart the Red app.
Yeah, I get you. I appreciate that, too.
Much appreciated.
100% Parth. Guys, I think that's probably going to wrap up the Q&A for today, just because it's getting late, and I'm not going to lie, we're down in the basement. It's kind of cold. I'm getting kind of cold. My feet are kind of cold.
My feet are surprisingly not that cold.
I've been trying to jump around a little bit, keep my toesies moving to move the blood around, but I'm getting a little cold. You'll see he's going to get 3,000 yards next season. Red, I'm about to drive to Indianapolis and have a conversation with you about this. I'm not. I don't drive more than 5 miles.
I'm just going to simply say no, he's not. So,
did the snowstorm hit you guys? Yeah, it did.
We got a few inches.
Parth, the Discord is made. Producer Paul says it is in our scroller and should be rolling across.
Yeah, it was actually up as soon as you asked that. I think, or no, that's the Twitch one, but it is there.
It is? Okay, well, we'll let it roll for a couple seconds so you can grab that. But yeah, dude, it is a snowy mess here. For me, I work at a ski lodge, so it's pretty all right for it to be snowy for me. Just the fact that I have a 2-wheel drive truck isn't the smartest decision for me. Are we on Spotify? Yeah, dude, we're on Spotify. Of course we are. Look us up on Spotify. It's obviously the Wombo Combo Show for that. We only do the audio there for the podcast. So if you're, driving on your way to work or whatnot, missed the podcast or wanted to listen to it in whole instead of flipping through while you were scrolling today on whichever app you're on, you have it there. You can listen to the whole thing, and the whole recording is also on Red app. So you can watch it app. You can watch the whole thing on there too, edited, and we have shorts and everything else like producer Paul is putting down in the chat. Yeah, we have all kinds of things that we put on that one specifically. So make sure you guys check that out.
Got all kinds of shorts on there.
Mm-hmm. All kinds of stuff. Yeah, I know that you guys primarily see us here. But yeah, we are across a lot of different things. Just most of the time, you guys catch our attention so much here that we forget about everything else going on. Not gonna lie. But for that though, I just wanted to thank everybody for being out in the live portion of the Q&A. I had fun talking to you guys today, kind of talking a little bit about...
It's always fun.
It is always
fun. It's always fun talking to you guys.
Talking a little draft, talking a little what's going to happen in these upcoming games. I do want to remind everyone in chat before we peace out today, take a look at the Chargers and Texans game. Take the over. Go with me on the over in this game. I'm telling you, it's my green flag. These always hit. The over is something that will hit.
We'll get that
Parth,
figured out.
I'll make sure that I can get you in. It probably is sending a message to my phone to tell me to accept you in or whatever, but I'll fix that up. I'll get you in, bud. I'll send you a message about it.
We'll put the link in our bio or something. We're rusty on the Discord.
No, yeah, you're good up there, Parth and Red. I'll send you guys links on TikTok here so that you can get it, but we'll be all set in that effect. But anyways, guys, make sure you're watching for Saturday. Have that notification coming up because we're going to be going live for the entire wild card. It's going to be a fun time. Red knows he's there for all of them. We goof around. We eat a little pizza. We talk a little talk. We make fun of each other and who's winning and losing. I hope you guys have a great evening. We'll see you on Saturday. Look for that notification. Hop in and come hang out with us. Have a great rest of your week. Stay warm. Peace out.
Night, everybody.